What up, you weirdos? Dave here, and I like knives. Today we're talking about camera movement and frame composition. Today we're talking about the SOG Salute Mini. This is legitimately one of my favorite EDC knives, but for one problem, and we'll get to that eventually. This is, as usual, budget steel, 8CR, 13 MOV, blah blah blah. G10 handle. Its dimensions are a 3-inch blade, 4-inch handle, 4-inch handle, and half an inch wide. So for me, this disappears in the pocket. I don't feel this at all because this dimension, which from now on I will start listing in my videos, I don't feel this because it's very, very narrow, very thin. It is a lockback design, and that lockback that's excellent. The blade drop on that, this is fun to play. There we go. Fun to play with. It is manual. It was tremendously stiff. When I first got it, it took a long time just playing with it while I was driving. Don't do that. That's dangerous. You're an idiot. But it took a lot of playing with it to get it to loosen up to where it is. And I anticipate continuing to play with it so that it continues to loosen up. This thumb stud is very, very annoying. When I first got it, trying to find a pointer because I have fat fingers. Again, frame composition, be prepared. I'm great at this. When I first got it, this thumb stud, hey, broken glasses. When I first got it, this thumb stud was all the way up here in the front. And if you look on SOG's website, all of the pictures that they have of this are of the thumb stud in the most forward position. But that was hard to open. And in that case, that thumb stud would be in the way of the blade. And that's stupid. Luckily, they do have a flathead slot right there for a screwdriver, where you can loosen that up, push it back, and tighten it back up. Unfortunately, because... Can I get it to focus, or do I just have to describe it to you? You can see it a little bit there. Because this thumb stud is so tiered and the edges are so very, 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 very sharp, especially here on the screwdriver, I appreciate them giving us the option to push it back. I wish it was just back here to begin with and just not give the option. Just put the thumb stud in a good spot. But whatever. I appreciate them giving us the option, but unfortunately, because this is a straight through slotted, a straight through flathead screwdriver slot, these corners are very, very sharp. So I always carry my knives in my back pocket with my washcloth, and this shreds my washcloths. Every time I pull it out, there's a new string attached to this, because it's eating my washcloth and parts of my pocket sometimes. So what I need to do is try to take this apart and find a way to sand down the edges, because it's bad here too, but because it doesn't have the slot, not quite as bad. Still very frustrating though. It's a good knife. It's a good knife. It could be an excellent one, but for that. So that's very frustrating for me because I love this thing so much, but it doesn't really love me back. These are the issues that Dave has. Also, because this is so fantastically deep carry, almost negative space, it can be a little hard to pull out of your pocket, which is a problem that I appreciate having, because I hate having the knife just sticking out and you pull it through. I would rather have the problem of too deep a carry than not deep enough. So I put on a little zip tie just to help me pull it out. It's perfect way to fix that problem. I don't have it anymore. Hard to extract. Terrible clip. Okay. This pocket clip. I love how deep carry it is. However, I have a huge issue with this from a moral standpoint. When you have this in your pocket, it's, the SOG sticks out. That's unnecessary. Why do you Kershaw prints their name on their labels right there? And that's great because it's not interfering with anything. The SOG, however, that G, get my glass handle. Do you call your glasses like a handle, an arm, a leg? Comment below. My family had that discussion recently. Anyway, this G, because it is just slightly hooked back where a G is usually hooked back, that has the possibility to grab onto your pants. It has to me several times, and that's very annoying. Why don't just have on the full-size Salute, that's just a solid black bar. That's just a regular pocket clip. So just put that on the Mini. Why does the Mini and the big Salute have different clips? And why is the Mini the less pocket-friendly clip? That doesn't make any sense to me. I'm easily confused at times, and this confuses me. Whatever. It's a sign of how much I like this knife that I'm making such a big deal out of such a small problem. That's probably a good thing. While we're at it, another issue that I have with knives in general is this bar. There's a little slot there. That corner can be sharp sometimes. That's there on a lot of knives, especially more traditional knives. And I don't like that. It's an issue with me. I'm easily frustrated by simple things, as we have discovered today. From SOG's website. Blech. From SOG's website, this is a $40 knife. Amazon, you can find it $23. Knife Center sells it for $30, and I bought it from Lowe's for $30. SOG not as overpriced as Kershaw likes to price their knives. I'm very, very pleased with. I paid $30 for this, and I am very, very well pleased with it. It's big enough to cut apples. Very, very good shape for slicing, for cutting into things and pulling. Overall, this is a good knife. I have a couple of small issues with it that, this is the only one that is functionally a problem with me. This I have more of a moral issue with. So overall, out of an arbitrary 5 stars, I give this a good, very simple fixes would make this great. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please tell me below. And other than that, have a great day.